Welcome back to the Year of Plenty Kitchen. I am your co-host, Lindey, but today I am your host. We're going to be going over how to smoke a deer front shoulder. This is my first time doing this. My goal, or one of my goals for this year, is to become the grill master or the smoke master. So far I've done a couple chickens. They turned out well, like really good actually, so I'm feeling very confident, which may be good or may be very, very bad. We'll see. Anyways, I've got here my front shoulder right here. I'm going to go through and all this silver skin you see, I'm going to take that off. I'm going to really take my time, try to get as much of that off as possible. And then I'll show you kind of what we do after that. I'm not going to show you the entire, de-silver skinning process. I feel like that's something that, you can definitely look up elsewhere online. But once that's done, I'll show you everything we're going to be putting into this bad boy. Okay, we have silver skin off, which don't throw that away. You can give it to your little doggies. They love it. Next thing we're going to do, or what I have done already, is I just went ahead and peeled some onions. I've got these teeny tiny little cute guys. Look at that. Just tiny onions. And then I had a half of a regular sized onion that I'll throw in there as well. I went through and peeled a whole head of garlic that we'll put on there. And I'll just crush each one just a little bit before I put it in. I'm not going to cut it up or anything. I'm going to cut some carrots, and they will be right around bite size. Nothing too crazy. I really like it when my veggies kind of break down when they're cooking, so I don't like to leave them all totally whole. I like having a little bit of a bite to them, but I want them to be a little more caramelized than they would be when they're left, whole carrot. This versus this breaks down a lot quicker than this. So do that, and then we're also going to add some fresh parsley. I really wanted some different herbs, but unfortunately there's no fresh herbs in this town. Not in this town. There wasn't room enough for any more of them. And I didn't really want to drive 30 minutes into Bozeman to go get some. So that's what we've got. And then I'm going to throw in 3 whole tomatoes just because I've got them and I like to use what I have. So let me show you how I'm assembling this bad boy and then what all we'll put on for seasoning and for the liquid. Okay. We are here. We've got this lovely little tray, which is the only one I have that fits inside my smoker because it's a tiny little smoker. Okay, gonna take our front shoulder here, place it down in the tray central, and then all of our onions and everything are going in there. Just kind of toss them in. Doesn't really matter. It's okay to have fun when you cook. I know you're supposed to follow recipes and yada yada, but screw it. Just have a good time. These are all pre-washed. I like to wash all my stuff before it goes in the fridge, so I don't have to do it later. That way you get the lazy experience. It's okay to be lazy. It's okay to have fun. Do whatever you want. Who cares? Chop these up. Again, not crazy big. I want them all to break down a little bit. One of my favorite things in the world is caramelized veggies. It's just so tasty. Probably should use a different knife, but whatever. We're on a time crunch. That's just the way of the world. Polly and I are going to go out and forage tonight. Super excited. So this has to get into the smoker with enough time for me to kind of watch it for the first few hours and get it covered with foil. So I've got my smoker preheating right now to 250 degrees. It's currently almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm sure we'll eat right around 7 or 8 p.m. Could have done this a bit earlier and that would have been nice, but I forgot. So we'll eat a late dinner. Put those all in there. I've not washed my herbs yet, so I will do that with my tomatoes, and we'll be right back. Tomatoes, herbs, all nice and washed up. take our parsley and just kind of toss it in there. You know what? I actually need to season my meat first. Hang on. Hold the phone. What are we doing? We've forgotten how to cook. Oh, it's okay. You can do whatever you want. I'm going to grab my seasonings here. We're going to do a little salt, some pepper, a little bit of Worcestershire. You know, the good stuff. Okay. Got those. I'm going to do a little bit of honey and some red wine. And the last thing is gonna be a good chunk of butter. I'm gonna, you know, put on there to give me all those magical butter qualities. Grass-fed, grass-finished, yum. Super tasty. I'm gonna use my Worcestershire as my binder. It's not really an oil, but whatever. It's gonna make stuff stick. Okay, put that on. Rub it in there. Yummy. Yummy, yummy. A good unhealthy serving of salt. Just kidding, this is Redmond's real salt. There's no such thing as unhealthy Redmond's because it's the best salt in the world. Totally biased opinion because I love it, but whatever. Okay, bit of pepper. To your liking. I liking a lot. I like it a lot. So we put in a ton. Maybe, boop. Okay. We're gonna do a bit of honey next. You know, they really should normalize chaotic cooking because I feel like all the Instagram channels are just so pretty. Everyone looks so nice and ooh, beautiful and like the drizzle. It's lovely. But I'm just not that kind of a gal. So I'm gonna take some honey, just a little, put that right over the top of my meat, and I'm just gonna, you know, very satisfyingly drizzle it on there for you. There might not be a lot of aesthetically pleasing shots to this video, but I'll be darned if there isn't one. Okay, and this is my snack now. It is delicious, don't worry. Good bit of red wine. I love this wine. It's just a 3-Fingered Jack, rum barrel aged, just a red blend, but super tasty. That was a lot. That's okay. All right, now we can get our herbs in there. Finally. Wow, look at that. It's so nice. All of our tomatoes. I'm just gonna kind of slice them up a good bit so again they kind of caramelize. Doing them this way and you roast them, slow roasted tomatoes this way is like a sun-dried tomato almost, which is like one of my favorite things in the whole wide world. Truly. I think I might just do 2. I washed 3, but that seems excessive. Okay. Yummy, yummy. Eggs and honeys. Yes, lovely. Stick there. Great. Now, we're going to take this bad boy into the smoker. I lied. I'm actually going to put just a tiny bit of ground ginger because I don't have any fresh stuff. Chefs don't come for me. Just sounds nice. And a tiny bit of sage as well. And then I'll pop in some apple cider vinegar because I like it. It's tasty. It's got a little smorgasbord of stuff, you know. It'll taste good. So, okay. There's our meat meal with veg. Yum. Looks so tasty. You can see it. Wow. Looks like a plate of veggies, but there's meat in there. Promise. Okay. So this is going to go in the smoker. I'm gonna leave it in there for about 2 hours with the apple chips in there. I did apple wood to smoke, and then I'll take the chips out, cover it with tin foil, and I might add a little bit of water or something just to make sure that it stays nice and moist. Oh, and my butter. And then I'll just keep checking on it and let it go until, you know, we're ready to eat, which will hopefully be at some point today, if this gets done and is not super hard. So far I've done a couple chickens and they all turned out really nice. So fingers crossed that this does as well. I'm sure it will. And I'm gonna save a little bit of this butter on the side and I'll add it kind of during the cooking process. I'm just gonna chop it up because you can never have too much butter. Well, you can, but in this household, truly, there's not really a thing that is too much butter. So, okay, this goes on the grill and I will see you in a few hours. Hey, Waffles, come here. Come here. Come here, sit. Oh, ready? Oh, don't slide backwards, hold still. Ready? Would you like some? Oh my God. I'm a little worried you're gonna bite my finger. Take it, but don't hurt me. Yay! That was good, huh? Woohoo! You want a carrot? No carrot. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Hello. It has been about 7.5 hours. This bad boy has been sitting in there. I put it in for 2 hours without tinfoil, and then the rest of the time with some nice tinfoil covering everything. When you do tinfoil, make sure it is shiny side down. Don't know why. There's science behind it. My dad always told me to do that, so I do. But now, time for the very exciting part of ripping off the tinfoil. Okay. It smells really good. It looks pretty good. Yeah. That is some caramelization. Maybe a little bit burned on my veggies, but it's okay. It's Poldy!
Coming in for some taste testing.
Woo!
Lindey told me all about what she's been up to today. Sounds like an awesome meal. I'm excited.
I hope it tastes good.
It looks really good. And you know, this is your what?
This is my first red meat in the smoker. Ooh, it's soft.
Ooh, it's super soft. You done chicken now. You done some red meat, some venison. Especially tough because it can get dry.
You know how much butter I put in this thing?
I bet a lot. You had a good mentor. Your dad knows how to smoke.
Yeah.
I got to learn a lot more about that as well.
Yeah. Okay. Grab your forks. Forks up and down.
Ooh.
Look at that. Ooh, it's falling off the bone. Look at it.
Yeah. That looks juicy.
Cheers.
Cheers. Smoky. Oh, wow.
Oh, good?
Whoa. That's really good.
I am the smoke master. What I tell you guys, just have fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That turned out great.
We had a very
honestly.
chaotic morning cooking. It was just a lot of...
That's how it is.
For those of you who could follow along, I'm very, very proud.
Now you can show me how... Ooh, that garlic right there.
Yeah, right?
Now
Like
you
it looks burned, but it's carameled.
But it's burned. Just the veggies a little bit, that's okay. Now you can show me how to smoke a deer shoulder. I mean, I did it with your dad at one time, but never
With the
by
veggies?
myself. Yeah.
They're like caramel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
I'm good. Okay.
How are you thinking about dishing this up now?
I was just going to stand here and eat it, to be perfectly honest with you.
Just real primal.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I'm so down. Bye-bye.
Bye. Don't forget to smoke your own deer shoulders. And if you do,
Don't grind them all.
send me a picture and the recipe. If it turns out well, send me the recipe. or however you did it, because I want to do a lot more of these. This was very fun.
Good.
Yeah.
Happy you had fun.
Sweet. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Like, comment, subscribe.